Jeffrey is a black pillar. He says the reason he isn't successful is because of his genetics. He says he's not tall enough, that he doesn't have like the right eyelid shape, and he just complains about all the things he can't control. But his breath smells. The reason he isn't successful is because he literally doesn't brush his teeth, but he'll tell you that it's because he's not 7'3". But Adonis. Adonis started out like a loser, kind of like you, like no disrespect, kind of like you. He started out like a loser, but he never gave up hope. You see, Adonis took matters into his own hands. He understood that the things he couldn't control shouldn't be the focus, but rather the things he can control. And so Adonis got into self-improvement. He started meditating, improving his mental health, and building his physique. And soon after, Adonis is rapidly improving, and now he's the best man in the world. You see, around, I think, 2021, I'm around like 14, 15 years old, right? And I am just annoyed with the guy I am. I'm not even going to say the man I was. I was insecure and just hated myself. And I got into self-improvement. Sorry, just someone knocked on the door. So I'm around, where was he? I'll just restart it. I'm around year 10. So like around 14 years old. And I hate the guy I've become. I'm addicted to video games. I eat a bunch of junk food. And I'm doing nothing to improve my life. And then one day I decide to get onto self-improvement. I start going to the gym and I start taking control of my life again. I start trying to quit the bad habits and do more of the good ones. And I've done that and been doing it for a year now. And from that point when I got into self-improvement, it's been a year and I'm in my maths classroom. And I'm just talking with a bunch of friends. And then at one point, an old friend that I knew from when we was around 3 years old looks at me and says that I've had a glow up. And it's at that moment I realised that being ugly is actually a good thing, because you need to compensate. You have to put in the work. And I know that might sound like a bit annoying that you have to put in the work and some others don't. But those guys who don't put in the work, they're going to fail eventually, bro. I promise you. Those guys are going to fall off, because right now you're probably young, you're probably still in school. And to be honest, bro, genetics are going to play a part in who's successful and who's not. Whilst you're young, whilst everyone around you is brain dead, whilst you are the only guy who is actually smart, while these guys are doing stupid things on TikTok, playing video games, eating junk food, scrolling on Reddit for hours, you are here improving yourself. This is nothing to be ashamed of. Right now, it's going to be a bit difficult for you, but I promise the more you stay on this path, the more you will realize that you are actually way ahead of the competition. So far ahead that they don't even realize what's coming to them. You see the danger and you've prepared for the worst, whilst these guys, they don't even know what's about to hit them. You see, because as people grow up, like, to be truthful, I don't even know. But I've heard from a lot of guys who are older on YouTube. As you grow up, obviously common sense, people value different things. And as us guys on self-improvement, really young guys, us early guys, right? Right now, a lot of people don't actually value what we have, but soon they will. And to be quite truthful, there's a lot more young guys going into the gym. But I don't even think that, like, just a side tangent, I don't really think that the gym is enough anymore, because if everyone's going to the gym, then it isn't as special, right? But luckily for us on self-improvement, there is hope, because we're improving every area of our life. We're not just going to the gym, lift weights, get stronger, or like eat a lot, like, you know what I mean? We're not like one-dimensional creatures. We're improving every area of our life, improving our mental health, so that we can actually be present with the people around us. We're reading so that we can increase our knowledge. We're starting businesses. We're exercising. We're doing so many things at once. And I'm proud of you for that. But, like I say, at this young age, genetics are going to play a role, and it's kind of annoying, but I want to show you this graph. I've already done it. I've pre-fired it. So, like, this graph, I'll read it out to you if you don't understand graphs, if you forgot how to do that at school. But, like, imagine this as a success graph, right? This a lucky RNG guy. This guy's got it easy, like, for the start. This guy is way ahead of you. Look, here's you. Here's him. Like, see the discrepancy. It's a big word. You wouldn't understand that, but basically means the comparison. See the difference. Right now, you're getting onto self-improvement and you're not really seeing a lot of success. Like, this lucky RNG guy, he's still like better than you. He's not like, but according to other people, right, the other brain dead Jeffreys and Jessicas in your class, yeah, do you know what I mean? But over time, you're going to improve exponentially, and you've been putting in the work, so you can sustain it. But Mr. Lucky RNG, he's had it easy in the short term, so he's never had to put in the work. He hasn't had to be taught discipline, willpower. He hasn't needed to go into self-improvement at the start, truthfully, because he's had it easy. He's got the success, but you haven't, and so you've had to put in the work. And that is going to build you into a man of character, whereas this guy will have not been taught any lessons. And because he isn't learning anything, he's going to drop off over time. And he'll look at you the same way you look at that lucky RNG guy right now. The solution to this is to get onto self-improvement and improve every area of your life. Because I promise you, it's sooner than you think, and you'll take over all those guys who have got like the pretty boy, nice genetics, and then they vape and they play video games all day and they do nothing with their lives and their Jeffreys. Because soon you will be classed as superhuman if you get onto self-improvement. And to be truthful, like, keep this between us, right? But those guys who do like vapes and stuff and play video games all day and like, you know, like the Jeffreys, but they have like good genetics, they are gonna be subhumans, bro. It's only a matter of time. Luckily, you're watching this video and it's not too late for you to make a change. You see, there's only two paths in life. There's the path of discipline and the path of regret. And you've got to choose. The path of discipline, where it's going to take time to see results, but you're going to get an exponential growth in them. Or the path of regret, where right now you're living lavish, chilling, for the vibes, but over time you're going to be a slob. You get to choose. You see, being ugly isn't even a curse. It's honestly a gift in disguise, because right now even though it sounds annoying that you have to put in effort, hold on, throat is mad dry. Even though you have to put in effort and you have to put in work, it is so worth it, because the man who puts in work becomes a fine man. He becomes an ultimate man. You see, the one quality that most people look for in a man is honestly discipline. A lot of people highly value discipline. They don't value the regretful man. They don't value that type of guy. They value the guy who's been disciplined, who has seen the dangers that lie ahead and has prepared for them in advance, who does the hard work when he doesn't feel like it, a man who wants to become Adonis. And you can be like him. And if you do want to be like him, hit the subscribe button. Get played, idiot.